Hi everyone, welcome to Mau classes. Today we will see in the compiler design first part lexical analysis. Okay, so first we will see the definition. Lexical analysis reads a source program character by character to produce token. Reads a source program. Source program, that means whenever user are writing any programming language, it is Java, C, C++, it is a source program. Okay, so this source program compilers will do character by character, it will be read. So character by character it will read. What is work? It is the lexical analyzer work. Character by character read it and then produce the output as a token. So now we will see in the phases of compiler. Phases of compiler. The phases of compiler, whenever we will see it, so then first is high level language. High level language, then it is called a source program also. What is called? It is source program. So source program, as a user, as a programmer, will write the program, and then afterwards compiler will do all the phases computers work. Okay, it is a compiler work. So how many phases are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 phases we are using as a compiler. So first we will see in the first phase, name is lexical analysis. Lexical analysis, as an input will take character string and then output will generate tokens. Character streams means whenever character streams, suppose S equal to A plus B plus C has given. So it is just like a one statement, S equal to A plus B plus C. So then lexical analyzer work, character streams one by one character, read it. Here also we are telling that character by character, read it. Read character by character, one by one character. Here 4 variables are there. It will be read it by the lexical analyzer and then identify it. Identifier are using just like S is a one identifier. Otherwise write it S equal to ID plus ID plus ID. So these are the identifiers by the lexical analyzers use it. Okay, so identifier and then represent our output that will generate tokens. Tokens, that means how many tokens are there. Suppose I am writing here, give a semicolon, S equal to A plus B plus C, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here how many tokens are there? It is 8. Okay, so then 8 tokens are generated. So then now syntax analyzer work now. Syntax analyzer as an input will take tokens and output will generate as a parse-tree. That means these tokens will generated by a parse-tree. So then how it will be generated? Suppose first we'll take A plus B. So then write A, B, 2 variables, give a plus. Give a plus, so that means it will generate a parse-tree. These 2 variables we will take and as the output whenever we'll add it. So then this plus we are adding as a C. So then write C, this plus also, and then again because we are using again in the plus symbol. So then whatever output will come A plus B and then we will add it through the C. Then afterwards here we can generate as a S. So this is the parse-tree. So parse-tree will be generated by a syntax analyzer. Syntax analyzer output will generate parse-tree and then now semantic analyzer. Semantic analyzer as an input will take parse-tree and it will be generated as a parse-tree again, but it is semantically verified. What is semantically verified? Semantically verified, that means it is meaningful or not. Sometimes it may be, here I am taking only the plus plus. Sometimes it's maybe it is multiplications are there. Okay, so multiplication, then which one is higher precedence, which one is lower precedence. It will be checked afterwards and I will tell you afterwards in the next sessions. Okay, so semantically it will be, that means it is meaningful or not. In the every grammar it will be checked by the semantic analyzer. And then now come intermediate code generator. Intermediate code generator, it will be take as a parse-tree as an input and output will be generated 3 address code. What is the 3 address code? Here we are using S equal to A plus B plus C. Here how many variables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 variables we are using. But 3 address code we are taking only the 3 variables. So how we will use it? So then here we are using as a temporary variable. Temporary variable just like T1 equal to A plus B. We can write it. So then A plus B we are adding and this data we are storing as in a T1. Okay, so T1 as a temporary. Then now we are adding to C. So then T2 equal to, again we are taking the temporary variable T2, then T1 plus C. Okay, then now S is there. So then write S equal to T2. So this is the 3 address code. Here we are using as an input has given 4 variables, 4 address code, and we are taking here in the intermediate code generator in the 3 address code. Every variables we are converting to the 3 address code, or you can say that it is less. 3 address, otherwise it is less. Just like here we are using only the 2 address. Now we will see code optimizer. Code optimizer as an input will take 3 address code and output will be generate intermediate representation. Intermediate representation, that means it will be reduce the line. Reduce the line. Just like this one you can check it. This line is extra. Okay. So then it will be reduce the line. How it will be reduced? So then we can write it T1 equal to A plus B. Okay. And then T2 place we can write directly in the S. S equal to T1 plus C. So like this we can reduce the line by the code optimizer. Code optimizer, that is why it is intermediate representation. Whatever intermediate code is generated, then it will be reduce the lines. Then now code generator. Code generator what will be do? Code generator as an input will take intermediate representation, this one, and then output will be give as a assembly language. What is assembly language? Okay, so then assembly language, you knew that assembly language, it will be convert. Suppose A plus B has given, so then you can write it add A comma B. Both variables are adding and then storing to the A. Okay, so like this we can do it by the assembly code. Then so source language or high level language, it will be convert to the assembly language and then it will be go to the machine code. Now you can see that here symbol table and that place in the error handler. What is the work of symbol table? Symbol table are connected to the every phase. Why it is connected to the every phase? Because in the every phase it required the symbol table. Just like you can see in the intermediate code generator, we are taking the temporary variable. So temporary variables also we will store it. So that is why we are using the symbol table. So lexical analyzer also we are using. Any times if you will modify the program, if we are adding any variable, so that times we are using the symbol table. That is why every phase is required to connect to the symbol table. Now come to the error handler. Error handler is also connected by the every phase. Why? Because every phases are checking. Every phases are checking to the different code, and that times error also will be occur. So that is why error handler is also connected to the every phase. Now we will check it in the these parts: lexical analyzer, then syntax analyzer, semantic, and intermediate. These codes are called front end. These phases are called, you can say that, front end data. Yeah, front end phases. Okay, front end phase. Okay, front end. And last two are called, it is back end. Back end. It is back end phase. Okay, so first lexical analysis, syntax analysis, semantic analysis, intermediate code generation. These are the front end phases. And last two, code optimizer and code generation. These two are back end data. Okay, now if you are using the tools in the lexical analyzer, so then tools name is, lexical analyzer tools name is, it is LEN. Lexical analyzer tools name is LEN, and then syntax analyzer tool name is YAC, yet another compiler, yet another compiler. And if we are using in the whole phases as a tool, so then it is called a lens. Its another name is lens. Okay, sorry, it is len, not it is lex. It is lex. Okay, lexical analyzer phase using the tool, that is lex. Syntax analyzer phase we are using the tool, it is YAC, yet another compiler. In the whole pages if you are using, so that times you are using as a lens. Lens is the tool name. And another things, I think I have explained everything. Yeah, these parts. Now lexical analyzer, another name is scanner. Lexical analyzer, another name is scanner. Why? Because compiler, it is the first page and it is scanning one by one line in the whole program. So that is why it is another name is scanner. And here lexical analyzer we are using the grammar, that is the regular expression. Which grammar we are using? Regular expression. Now comes syntax analyzer. Syntax analyzer, another name is parser. And here we are using context-free grammar. CFG in the stands for context-free grammar. Context-free grammar we are using in the syntax analyzer. In the next class, next session, I will tell you that in the one by one example of lexical analyzer, syntax analyzer, semantic, then one by one I will explain you. Okay, and these are the, you can say that these are the topics also. Lexical analyzer, I already told that lexical analysis and lexical analysis phases today we have to see already, and the next class we will check it in the another example, that is examples of lexical analyzer and deeply, okay, in the syntax analyzer, semantic, intermediate code, code optimizer and code generation. Thank you.